Hey, what is going on, everybody? We are back today with a second follow-up video all about the KONKR Pocket Fit. Do check out the first look and unboxing video if you haven't seen it yet. That'll give you an overview of just initial thoughts of the device, going to Spec Town, learning all of the various things, comparisons, the introductory stuff. And this will be the one where we dive in a little deeper. We've done some extensive benchmarking. I spent probably 2 hours earlier today benchmarking this device, and we're going to compare it to some other similar handhelds of its ilk, and also look at GameHub performance. We're going to be looking at high-end emulation like Switch, and as well as Vita and a few others, look at game streaming, and then just take your requests. So if you have some game requests of things you might like to see, we will be doing at least a few of those, so leave those in live chat, and we'll be covering those as we go. But beyond that, I'm joined today by my co-host, Mr. Andrew, otherwise known as Zoo's Been Conquered?
That's right. I got nothing more than that. I think pretty self-explanatory on that front.
Are you ordering a KONKR, by the way? Or which one are you interested in?
I want Odin 3, but the more that
Odin 3, yeah.
Because you've been talking nonstop about KONKR since you got it, and it's very, very intriguing, and I don't have... and have not used Snapdragon. I hate these names. The G3 Gen 3.
G3 Gen 3. Yeah, right. So this is the G3 Gen 3 version, the 12 gigabyte, 256 gig model. There is an 8 Elite version coming. It won't ship till December. So I pre-ordered that one. I think I'm going to switch my pre-order, though, to this G3 Gen 3. I want to get that Dragon Cheese variant, they're calling it, with the yellow backing.
That thing looks sweet.
We're also joined today by producer Sony, who's in the background running production for us. Producer Sony, can we pull up that Indiegogo page for KONKR? Now, this new sub-brand from Ayaneo, they're calling the budget brand. And what they mean by that, I think, is it's the value of what you're getting for the money. So it's still starting at $240 USD if you back early here, all the way up to the $500 price point. But what you're getting here, if you go with the base model, you are getting an 8 Elite for something like $270, and then the G3 Gen 3 for $240, which is nuts. That's where it becomes a good value, but it's not without its flaws, and we'll take a look at that today as well. I do have some issues I want to report to you all and show you. Now, this is a prototype, pre-production unit, so some of it can definitely be just because of that. But we're gonna have to see. Also, I want that I gotta have that purple version. I might just say screw it and just get that ridiculous 24 gig, 1 terabyte.
The fact that even at retail, getting a Snapdragon 8 Elite with a terabyte of storage and 24 gigs of RAM is less than $600 or $600. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, okay, and there's gonna be shipping cost on top of this, but it's not terrible, and traditionally, I haven't seen tariffs being charged on top of this, at least shipping to the U.S. from Ayaneo's, Indiegogo's. Let me know your experience, though, if you've had other things happen, but let me know. But they have a whole range of SKUs here, everybody, from the 8 gigabyte plus 128 model all the way up to that 24 gig 1 terabyte. My recommendation straight out the gate is if you're wanting to do Winlator / GameHub or Game Native on this, go ahead and spec up. We want more storage more than anything. RAM is important, but also I wouldn't say 24 gig, 1 terabyte, maybe not necessary, but I think the 12
you probably get away
gig,
with the 16 is probably, so you have a cushion.
Yeah, you have a cushion. I'd say 16 is a cushion. I'm happy with 12. I like 12, 256. I always go mid-tier, though, just enough of what I need, kind of knowing what I'm going to be playing. But if you want a little cushion, 16 gig plus 512 is great. And if you really want to go just balls to the wall, 24 gig, 1 terabyte, let's go. You can really push Winlator. And Winlator performance has been really freaking good on here. Now, GameHub is full of early jank still. And there's lots of crazy issues with it that I've run into in the last week testing here. But man, once you get a game working, I was playing like Metal Gear, what was it? Metal Gear Rising, I think it was. Oh, so good. And Metro Last Light. So we'll take a look at this. Okay, and we got some people in chat. What Obi plays now? What Obi plays? I just got to call out. We're going to be unboxing something from you on Monday. You've built these little button overlays that makes your buttons quieter, and some people were having concerns over the button sounds on this handheld itself. So we'll take a look at that too. And Metro games are fantastic. So if you're interested in this handheld, it is available in the description. It's not really an affiliate link. It's just the Indiegogo. Maybe there's perks for creators. So anyways, either way, it's no additional cost to you, but it is our affiliate link. And yeah, this is a campaign that's already generated, 474 backers, which for ayaneo seems to be pretty good. You know, they're a little more niched, and we might not see as many, but this one's doing pretty well so far, and it has a 144 hertz LCD screen, which is freaking awesome when you're doing game streaming, local streaming. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. 8,000 milliamp hour battery, dual trigger locks. I want to show you that. 6-inch screen there, and this is the G3 Gen 3. All right, let's hop in and look at this bad boy. Okay. What do we want to start out with today? Let's just pull up our handy dandy. Great. You know what? I'm starting to do this new thing.
Before we actually do get started,
what's up?
I just want to point out to everybody, this has been one of the first times in a while, probably since the Claw really, that Stubbs has not been able to shut up about a handheld he's gotten. Like he's using this thing all of the time.
Yes, I don't want. Yes,
That's not a negative thing, by the way. It's just he's really enjoying it so far. It seems like.
I hesitate to give direct like, hey, this is the most amazing thing ever. It sounds so YouTube shill like, but yes, this is one I've been playing a lot every day, and I keep coming back to it. And here's why. I had the Pocket S2 Pro, you might have seen on our channel, we reviewed earlier this year, and that one I used a little bit, and it's the same chip. It's the G3 Gen 3. It's the same chip. It's awesome, right? But it just wasn't very comfortable to use. It's kind of, you might say, more premium, but you know, it's just the comfort and the ergonomics and the weight of this that comes together that really makes me come back to it. And I mean, I was comparing it a lot this week next to the tried and true ayaneo Pocket Evo, which is the gold standard of comfortable on ayaneo devices, in my opinion. And it still is. It's amazing, right? But it's freaking huge. When am I going to take this anywhere? I don't. I use it around the house sometimes. It's very good. But this is like the same experience, but smaller to me, with more performance. Now, this is an OLED screen, and this is an LCD, but once you see this in-game, I challenge you to really pick out the differences in like color contrast between these two devices, or just really this screen versus any OLED I've seen. It's a very tricky screen. I almost thought it was like an LTPS or maybe a mini LED, but no, it isn't. It is an LCD screen. So that's another tricky thing there. And I don't want to beat around the bush really. Let's just hop right in and play a little bit, and then we'll talk some more. And let's just do some Metro Last Light. And I do have a Steam Deck. I saw that question. I do have a Steam Deck we could take a look at if you want. I don't know if it's charged, but I can get it from the other room in a little bit. You know what? Let's do... Oh, yeah. This app is so janky. Every update gets more janky, I feel like. And that's been the hurdle on this. You already saw Silk Song in the last video, so let's do maybe... Do Ori?
Yeah, man, this thing it looks comfy. Oh,
it'll play PS3. Oh, see, yeah. I had to reinstall GameHub like 2 or 3 times this week. By the way, I kept running into some installation thing. I would install one more game, like let's try one more game, and then I'd have to reinstall and redo everything. It was very frustrating. Also, Steam saves are not working yet, so that's another frustration where I was playing Metal Gear and I couldn't play it when I just hopped on another handheld. So let's try that one more time. Don't let me down, Mega Man. It also gets logged out of Steam really easy. See, application launch failed. So that tells me, oh, you know what? I know why. I know why it's
You're
not
running Steam
working.
somewhere else at the
I'm
moment?
running Steam on another. So I was trying to be smart and prep the the local game streaming portion and be ready to go and have Cyberpunk, because that's on the thumbnail, ready to go, which I do, but that means I can't launch GameHub at the same time, which makes a lot of
Oh, right.
sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So let's just, I guess we're going to do game streaming first. So when we talk about local game streaming via Artemis and Apollo, what we want to know is, what are those freaking decode times? That's right, brother. So we have an updated decode time sheet here, and you can see where the Snapdragon G3 Gen 3 falls in the range. So it's going to be right there at 2.5 millisecond decode time, and you're going to see a little bit higher on the stream because I'm using up overhead to do this live stream. But 2.5 is freaking fantastic. I actually looked up the research this week and found out the human eyeball cannot really detect if the millisecond is less than 13. It's really tough for the eyeball to even detect that fast of motion. So you're looking good on anything about 12 milliseconds and below. You can tell down there for the Dimensity 1200, which is going to be this Ayaneo Pocket Air at 18 millisecond, is a horrible experience, as well as my TCL television. Also, like 20 milliseconds, not playable really. Now there's optimizations and things coming that should help with that, but as far as like decode times goes, this is going to be what translates to how enjoyable these games are going to be streamed locally inside your house. And so 2.5 is looking really good. It beats out the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, which we have in the ayaneo, or sorry, AYN Odin 2 Portal, and also Odin 2 Mini, and the Odin 2 itself. And then it is beat by the Apple A17 Pro, which is going to be the latest, Apple iPad Mini, and also beat by the Steam Deck. Any of the Windows handhelds or laptops is going to beat that, as well as the Snapdragon 8 Elite, which I have in like my Samsung Ultra, and the new version, the later version of this KONKR at 0.01 milliseconds. So it's almost faster than using a Bluetooth controller at that point. There's no difference. It's
I never thought
freaking
about
nuts.
it like that.
Yeah, there's more latency in your Bluetooth controller depending on what you're using than the latency in this streaming option. So,
Oh, wow. Okay.
if you think about it from that aspect,
Stubbs opening
streaming's
my mind to stuff tonight.
it's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting stuff. And I was, GameHub especially, I was showing my wife in bed the other night, and she was like, oh, and usually she's not super impressed when I'm showing her things in bed. But on this one, she was like, she's like, that looks really cool. You're playing PC games natively on the handheld. I was showing her GameHub, and she's like, I was like, yeah. It's like, whoa, that's crazy. So at least I interpreted her excitement like that. She probably was like, yeah, that's good for you. Another thing that surprised me, though, she was so proud. Another thing that surprised me, though, is the Anbernic 476H actually holds its own when it comes to local streaming, too. The decode times on this, we're looking at, what was it? 4 milliseconds. Yeah. 4 milliseconds is incredible for a Unisoc T820 chipset. That is pretty impressive. And what's craziest of all is that also beats the Snapdragon G3X Gen 2, which you have in the Pocket Evo, which is coming in not bad, but it's at a 5 millisecond decode time. Now, again, none of this really matters when we're talking under 12 milliseconds that much. Even the Tensor that you see in the Google phones there, and the G1 Gen 2 from the Retroid Pocket Classic, no problem. Even the 662 from the Mangmi Air X, which I have around here somewhere. And what was the last one there? And the 720G is going to be your Logitech G Cloud. So 11.5, in my mind, that's fine. Some reviewers, maybe Rob and Russ included, didn't find it super stoked on that. But I challenge you to use your eyeballs. Do you even notice if you don't look at the numbers? Under 12, I would say. Anyways, no shade there, but where is Rob and Russ? They should hop on the stream if they're there so we can have a debate. Okay, now let's look at what the decode time. Now, how in the world is the decode time less right now than it was when I was benchmarking it off this live stream? Now we're looking at, what was that, 1.992 millisecond? It doesn't matter. It's all fast. Okay. So here's some Cyberpunk.
That looks good.
I jumped straight to the Phantom Liberty.
It's like no screen tearing or anything, man.
No, I could increase the bit rate probably. I see a little bit of compression artifacting, but that's one thing I would probably up at this point because we have enough. Again, I would increase that bit rate until you're hitting maybe 3, 4, 5 millisecond. Might as well. I don't think it matters too much, and you're going to get better quality video. Sorry, random people. I don't know. Oh, let's talk about the triggers. So these are nice Hull triggers. They're reminding me of a little bit smaller versions of what you see in the Pocket Evo, which is, full depression there, no grit really. You can grip it, but it's not really gritty. I always prefer a little bit of grittiness on my trigger buttons just to have a little bit better grip. It feels better. And then these have these things called these trigger locks. And the trigger locks, surprisingly, are tactile and clicky when you enable them. So that is really nice. Maybe you should hear this. Let's just have you hear this real quick, because I don't think I put this in my other video. So not too loud. Oh, and you know what? While you're listening to button sounds. So the face buttons, people were concerned about the loudness of these face buttons, and they are not as loud as, for instance, the Pocket Evo or the Portal. Way less loud than the Portal. Louder than, I don't know, what should we say? I mean, louder than the RG557 for sure. With that Dimensity 8300, I got to get the decode times. I forgot to do that, but not as loud as you might have heard in the last video. I think there's a little bit of, I think they sounded louder on the video than they actually were. And let me get my mic back on. There we go. But to my ears, listening to a bunch of buttons side by side, they're in the middle range. So they could do with a little bit of dampening. And so what Obi plays as a YouTuber who's making these mods that will dampen the sounds, you open up the unit, you put them on the membranes there, I think, and we're going to figure that out on Monday on the live stream on our podcast. But that'll be really fun, and I can't wait to do that and learn more about this and see if we can get these buttons even quieter. Here's another issue. Oh yeah, sorry, Andrew. You go ahead. No, you go.
We actually published today. Joe published a guide
Yes.
for the RP Mini with that mod.
Yes. Check that out on retrohandhelds.gg, our website. So as we get into talking about the buttons more, D-pad, by the way, freaking excellent. People were wondering, how is the comfort when we're talking about D-pad centric gaming, and we don't need Cyberpunk anymore, so we're just going to make sure we quit out of Steam. Let's see, can I quit Steam I always forget. Can I quit it? Quit Steam big picture, but I want to quit Steam entirely.
Your guess is as good as mine. I haven't messed around with it enough to tell you yes or no.
This is what happens when I prepare before the stream. I try to do something that I feel might be a good idea, and then it's making my life harder. Okay, I might just go turn off that computer. Just put it in easy mode. But yeah, so when we talk about here, you can, yeah, thank you, producer Sony. When we're looking at the joysticks here, which are Hull joysticks, and you can look all the stats. If you look on the IGG page, you will see every little single stat they call out on here. And I believe this is Wi-Fi 6E.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Which is what we came up with, right?
I think that's correct. I'm double checking now.
And then Wi-Fi 7 should be in the 8 Elite, or tends to be in the 8 Elite. Anyways, all right, let's look at these joysticks, though. Don't worry about that for now. We'll take a look at that. Joysticks are itty bitty, right? And you're like, well, those are a little bit small. Well, fear not. Get yourself any number of third-party joysticks that might be compatible. It's a very common joystick type. These are by a brand called Hypestix in particular, or most of these are. And Hypestix is on Etsy, also in our description if you're interested, not an affiliate. And they make these really fun, different sized joysticks. Concave, so these are my favorite, by the way, these giant concave ones. You can get recessed ones, low profile, or tall ones if you want. But they just fit right on here. And these are fun because the LED RGB lighting like shines through the joystick, and I think that's just awesome. So now I have what looks like pink joysticks, and it's
I
just
love my Hypestix.
It's so comfortable. It's so damn comfortable. Yeah, someone's saying put the D-pad on the thumbstick. And while I was playing with the joysticks, I discovered an issue. So I kept playing, right? And it was this joystick. See? Pops right off. I thought, oh no, it's defective, you know? No, it's not the stick. It's just the cap. So the cap on this one is a little bit loose. It has a little bit of its plastic interior maybe shaved off or something. So this particular cap flies off no matter where I put it, on this stick, on this stick. It basically almost flies off if I turn it upside down. That's how bad it is. So I've never seen that before from an ayaneo device where it's that bad. Barely touch it and it flies. And so pre-production unit, I am reporting this to them just so they know about it. But yeah, the other stick on here, not an issue. Tight, good. Hypestix, tight, good. Tight, good. So yeah, just a bad cap. I just threw the KONKR into my spider pile. Hold on.
So that's rather unexpected.
Which is a
great. And it survived.
It did survive the drop test, everybody. A glass top handheld. Which brings me to my next point. It being a glass top handheld, well, it can be a little slippery sometimes. Slip away, flying across the room. Wow. Let's just check this for damage. That was nuts.
KONKR has left the chat.
Yeah.
Well, looks good.
A little bit of dirt or dust there. That's not in all scheme of things. We're good.
I mean, the fact that the glass front held up is good.
I got to clean up those damn spiders in the corner of my office. They keep moving in, and it's like, come on, guys. Like, I don't want to be a jerk here, but it's my office. So, are you paying the rent, spiders? I mean, are you paying the mortgage? Huh? Are you contributing to the bills? And they'll say, yeah, I'm a spider and I'm eating the flies or whatever. And it's like, hey, I can buy fly traps. I don't need you, spider. Maybe I should become the Spider-Man. Just join the spiders.
Oh, no. Don't do that.
Well, my real name is Peter.
My
real name is Stubbs, but my mom named me Peter. Yeah.
I didn't even put that together until you said it.
Well, let's just do double Hypestix today.
There it is.
No. Oh,
Sony in the clutch.
No.
Yeah.
AI spider face. Okay, there we go. Where have we landed now? Very good. What do we want to do now? I guess while we're on streaming, let's do GeForce Now streaming. So we look at external streaming. I don't know. Let's do Assassin's Creed Origins is awesome. This is my favorite Assassin's Creed game.
I've not played one before.
Let me some random rant, Stubbs random rant, spice of the channel. Don't encourage me. I think everyone here on the team will say don't encourage me, and I say that too. I will go off. See, I'm already distracted. Let's talk about fingerprints while that's loading. They have an anti-fingerprint coating on here, much like their other newer devices like the Pocket Ace, and it doesn't really hold fingerprints, which is really freaking nice. And it's the black skew colorway, which they tend to be fingerprinty and smudgy. And they're using this new plastic in the last few models here where it's really tough to tell. I feel like once it really heats up and like you get some good heat on there and your hand stuff or whatever will transfer oils in your hands maybe, but
schmutz.
Yeah, but so far it's been really good. And this is I mean, I've been playing this every day for multiple hours, and we're looking good here. Speaking of, battery life has been looking good on this as well. This is one I've been enjoying playing both in bed, on the couch, and just around the house. I haven't really taken it out of the house yet, but you could, and it's pocketable. It's just at the tail end of being pocketable. 8,000 milliamp hour battery, that's right. And battery life check, we started the stream at 75%, by the way. So we're going to check towards the end, see where we're at. But battery drain overnight has been good. We dropped maybe, 2%, 1 or 2% overnight, which was nice to see. And battery life itself, I could play, I don't know, I didn't count the hours, but I got through a solid day and a half before I wanted to go ahead and put it on the charger there. I'm like, it's about time. And heat has been nice too, and the fan hasn't been too loud. I just leave it in auto mode, and you have this button up here where you can change between your gaming profiles. The max is going to give you the max fan, max performance, which you don't need for streaming. And what's helpful is you can use a lower powered, longer battery life mode here called streaming, and then you're good to go. Ride my camel around. Oh no, this is like GTA Camel Edition. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm getting bounties put on me. Oh no, the donkey.
Crossover from Spider-Man.
Smashing the donkey. Camel on donkey violence is something I really didn't think I'd be doing today. But hey, that's fine. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Okay, but what's important about this is, well, what about these ping times? Now, mind you, there is stream overhead here, but this is almost what I was getting without the stream being on. I was looking at 5 milliseconds for the I've been desynchronized. 5 milliseconds for the GeForce Now streaming, which has been solid. We're capped here at 60 FPS, and this panel is 144, and I've been streaming on locally at 120 hertz. So you could do that, but GeForce Now just has a cap at 60, which makes sense. Okie dokie. Now, look at those sweet. Oh, yes, producer Sony. That's right. Look at those decode times. Now, speaking of numbers, before we move on to other stuff, let's look at benchmarking. So I spent 2 hours benchmarking this bad boy, and I went through everything. And I even got Antutu side loaded on and went through all the Antutu stuff, and that's a funny word, Antutu. Like, Antutu what? So, Mr. Ban of our channel, yes, sir, Andrew, hello.
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing.
No, I don't know how to feel about your comments about Antutu.
Let the intrusive thoughts win sometimes, Andrew. Just let it out. What are you going to say?
I don't know where you're going at with Antutu. Like, it's just the name.
Well,
that's all.
Antutu. Like, I have an aunt, and her
Toot?
name is Tutu. So,
Yeah.
like, it's Aunt Tutu.
Or
Where's
Aunt
Uncle
Toot.
Tutu? Where's Uncle
Or,
Tutu? What happened to him? Did he die in the war?
I mean, if you have to ask, then you already know the answer.
All right, let's look at Band's Boppin benchmarking bounty sheet here. That's what it's called, Band's Boppin benchmarking bounty.
Who
We are
did that?
tracking, I don't know. We're tracking everything on these devices now. We're starting to get deep into testing. We're learning from Rob the Retro Tech Daddy and the Fox, and like we really need to be showing everybody the little intricacies between the numbers here. So there's the KONKR Pocket Fit, and we're looking at a Geekbench 6 single score of 2195, 6 multi at 7236, and let's scroll over there. Oh, you're sorting it. Okay, good call. Yeah, let's sort it. Okay, let's sort it by... okay, let's go with the numbers, and we'll sort it. We're looking at Geekbench GPU Vulkan side at 18883, the OpenCL side at 17735. I thought that was GL, but apparently it is CL. We maxed out on wildlife. That was no issue, but I stress tested it for 20 minutes, and we got an 18837 with an 88% thermal stability. And 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme, we're looking at 5162, which is awesome. The only thing that beats that is the 8 Elite in that, well, we have a OnePlus Pad 3 there. Antutu score is a whopping 24, what is it, 24 million? No, 24,89881. I don't even know what number that is.
2.4 million.
2.4 million. So let's sort by Antutu, if you don't mind. Just from, sort column there by, I guess, A to Z. So this edges out the Lenovo Legion Tab, which is cool. The Odin 2 Pro, Aldo Cube there, the Y700, and the Pixel 10 Pro phone. We haven't done a lot of testing for Antutu specifically, though that's a pain in the ass test that takes forever. But if we sort by the Wildlife Extreme test, we're going to have more results there.
This is very much a work in progress, everybody.
Yeah, we just
multiple people. Yeah, multiple people putting their stuff together.
We're starting to fill out the spreadsheet. This one is going to be looking at almost top of the pile. So it's second place, right behind the 8 Elite chip there. 5162, beat out by the OnePlus 3 and Logitech G Cloud. That can't be right. Hold on. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, OnePlus Pad 3 is at the top there. 6265. KONKR Pocket Fit comes in at a 5162. 1X Sugar 5042. Legion Tab. And what are the chips in these? That's what we want to know.
Yeah. 8
so
Elite,
the
G3 Gen 3.
Wait, the 1X Sugar is a G3 Gen 3? I guess I didn't realize that. Interesting. Well, it beats its own chip in this versus the 1X Sugar. That's good. And then lastly, let's just sort by Geekbench multi-score. Or, yeah, GPU is good too. Where's the fit? Actually, that's funny. The Retroid Pocket Mini. Wait a minute. Hold on. No, that's not right. It's because the word's Vulkan in there. I think it is why it's putting those on top. Anyways, yeah, don't worry about it, Sony. It's all good. Yeah, let's pull that back up.
Podcast goes.
We got that. Okay. OnePlus 3, that's the 8 Elite. That's just pretty much going to beat everything out here. So that's kind of the one to beat. So take a look at that. It's going to be comparable to the 8 Elite, probably that's going to be in this KONKR Fit if you want. However, the KONKR Fit 8 Elite version is coming in December. This one's shipping end of October, this G3 Gen 3 we have here. And the Pocket Fit, we're looking at an 18883 there. And then Odin 2 Pro is underneath it. And there's a number of devices we still need to test that'll be there. But it's right at the top of the pile, almost. Very good. All right, this is enough Spec Town now. Well, let's get out of here. Basically, it fast, it good. Real good.
Couldn't said it better myself.
It fast, it good. Whew. Next time we have the Fox on the podcast. Now I think I'm starting to understand what the heck he's talking about.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride just seeing you go do all this.
It's just when I get into something, like this is something. GameHub was my gateway nerdy drug into spec world, where I'm like, okay, let's look at this, and the decode times. So that's all Rob's fault. I need to go turn off my other computer or figure out a way to quit Steam remotely, but we'll figure that out.
There might be a disconnect button. Saw somebody put that in chat earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when you're from.
Well, yeah, I disconnected, but
yeah, but
Zoo is alive, everybody. Zoo is alive.
That's not Zoo. That's Gary.
Oh, Android gaming. That's right. Yeah, so let's look at Andrew's favorite game, Hot Lap League.
That's only my favorite game on one handheld, and it's an overpowered handheld. Yeah.
BRB.
I keep playing Hot Lap League on the 477M. Beat all the regular challenges for it, and now I just go back every day and do the dailies. And yeah, pretty much that's it. It's just nice 5-10 minutes break time to play. Let's see, we got anything? I don't know how Zoo's alive. Go thanks. I don't know what's happening here. I'm pretty sure it's just scary, but showing off the different weights. The Retro Pocket 5 at 271 grams. The Antutu Mini at 341. Portal at 438. And then the Pocket Fit at 385. Yeah. Stubbs has talked about this enough where I'm very intrigued about picking one up for myself. Just to see if it's something. Oh.
Hey, that's my hands.
Yeah.
Oh, did we cover weight tests in our first look video? This week has been such a blur. I don't remember that.
Yeah, your guess. I don't know.
We don't need to cover that today. That's great.
He was helping me fill the dead space.
Thank you. Somebody did want to see it compared though to the Odin 2 Mini. And it's definitely more ergonomic than the Odin 2 Mini in my opinion, but it is bigger. So the weight feels heavier in the Odin 2 Mini, but it's just because it's all compacted like that, whereas this is spread out a bit. Okay, so I got Steam turned off. So we can look at GameHub, because I'm very excited about GameHub. Janky, horrific, terrible, beautiful, wonderful GameHub. Piece of crap, awesome software, the worst every time they update it. And then we figure out the jank, and we learn the jank, and then we overcome the jank, and we're happy till the next update comes out, and then it's all broken again. Like, damn it, I love you. Why can't I quit you? It's a love-hate thing with GameHub. And you try Pluvia, and that's not any better. So you're like, well, and you try Game Native, and you're like, oh, this isn't quite ready for prime time yet. It's getting
they dropped
there.
Another update today.
Oh, cool.
I'll keep trying. It was only a couple hours ago. It's up to version 0.4, I think, is the latest release. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep trying all of these options. I'm going to get to the point where I'm just going to configure my own win later and just learn how to do that.
The day that comes is the day that I no longer join on live streams.
You're still our technical expert.
No, not as you. No, I am not. Not when it comes to win later.
I've just been eating a lot of Tylenol.
Oh, okay. Stubbs.
What?
Damn it. Did Gary get to you too?
Well, he keeps swinging by. I'm always getting these headaches. Oh, man. Someone on our Reddit mod team on the Retroid subreddit, they were like, I've been watching your live streams. You're hugging the wall a lot. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really focus on playing the game while I'm streaming too much. More like, what am I going to say next? How do I not get the audience bored out of their skulls watching a handheld again, the 500th handheld on this channel, the same games. So we're trying to switch it up here. All right.
It's a good game. It looks good. It plays nice.
GameHub time though.
Yeah, GameHub time.
GameHub time. I want to show you first-person shooters. Let's go.
Load up. A little complete. Matt Davis, absolutely correct.
I love our Reddit mods. I love our Reddit mods. We got a great team over there. Yeah, this is a 100. Yeah, well, let's answer some questions while we go. This is a 144 hertz panel. Galumbi. I'm watching via a terrible screen, so hard for me to notice the quality. So yeah, anytime I have a chance to run 120 hertz or FPS on here, I'm doing it. I'm not running at 144, but in RetroArch, I do have black frame insertion turned on, so we're running at 120 for that as well. For this, I'm running at 30 FPS because it's Metro Last Light Redux, and I don't know how much better we're going to get from that. But we are getting pretty much a solid 30 while using about 6 watts, but that's not a true power draw. Look at this. You have to put this power rate correction on. Look at this. Actually, we're using about 14 watts. So GameHub will drain your ship. That's one. Okay. Yeah. Yes. But it's just so cool to me. Like, I'm just getting into this world, okay? Where I'm running Windows games, my Steam games, natively on an Android device. This is probably old hat for a lot of you, but for me, this is very, very exciting. It's like I just couldn't believe it. Like I was telling my wife, I'm like, look at this. This is everything we've ever wanted. How spoiled are we in 2025 to be able to do this now? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
and
how could you ask for anything else?
I think you getting into it kind of highlights something. I don't know what the right phrase is, but it's so easy to get into now.
If it's hitting me like this, I have to imagine a lot of the rest of the casual population of gamers who might be playing these handhelds, as they discover this. Steam Deck is awesome and everything, and Windows handhelds and the new Ally looks awesome, but there's going to be a point in time, maybe it's next year or the year after, where a lot of our Steam library is going to be able to be played on an Android device. Oh, sorry about your head there. Oh, are you okay, Gary? But it was like this, yeah, like you're saying, Andrew. It's like this moment in time on the timeline of gaming where we're on a new plane now. We're playing on a new level right now. Yep. And there's going to be a time that comes where we don't need a lot of these other devices. You're going to be having one device. Probably it's going to be running a Snapdragon chip or similar, whatever's the most compatible. Speaking of compatibility, we'll talk about that. 8 Elite might not be as incompatible as people are thinking, and the G3 Gen 3 just smokes everything. I have not had one Android game not work for me. I have not had any issues with turnip drivers when I'm playing Switch. In Citron, and even the new Eden was running pretty well. So yeah, I think an Android device will be your one and done once they really iron out all the kinks with this Winlator stuff. It's crazy how good this is. It's crazy. And again, I'm hyping it up. Many games won't work. Things will crash. You can't get your save cloud games to work on this build, so you can't sync your Steam games after you play. It's all local on the device at the moment. That's annoying. But I still keep going to it because I'm like, well, what else can I do? Every time I find a game that I haven't tried yet and it says it's unknown compatibility, which pretty much is everything, and you discover something maybe no one else has discovered yet, you're like, oh, did you know freaking Metal Gear Rising works? Did you know this Star Ocean works? It's just so much fun.
Yeah, and the other nice thing about GameHub 2 is it's basically a wrapper for Winlator, so you can go into the desktop for like each of your games and make tweaks on a desktop level or like from a system level as opposed to just being limited to the in-game and in-app options.
Right, yeah. I'm bored of this game now. It's so drab looking. It's a good game, but let's show something else. What's cool though about this as well, Andrew, is I don't know if you've been seeing like there's HDR options and the super resolution and this new thing in here called Native Plus. And
Oh, I
we'll
have
look
no
at
idea
that.
what that is.
Let's look at
That's
Metal
news
Gear
to me.
Rising. But yeah, I don't know that I'm going to be going for the 8 Elite variant of this, really. I just don't know because, like you were saying earlier, Andrew, the Odin 3 is going to be my 8 Elite device. Of course, I ordered
Yeah.
an Odin 3. It's the freaking Odin 3. AYN's knocking out of the park in the Android department. And, I mean, freaking A. Odin 2, the Mini, and the Portal. All three of these freaking sweet devices. Take your freaking pick. Take your form factor. Go to town. They're all going to do well for you. Talking about screens, this LCD, from what I'm seeing, really to me does better. If same if not better as the Odin 2. To me, to my eyes, it's more crisp, more vibrant. It goes toe to toe with the vibrancy of the Mini LED in the Mini. Now the Portal beats it. Come on, that's straight up OLED, but it's close. It's closer than I thought, and it looks just as good as the OLED to me of the freaking Pocket Air. Which, thank you, Michaela from Team Retro, for letting me borrow this. Where are my smoker sticks? These should be really dirty brown, disgusting smoker caps, and these are just
The
plain
worst
black.
part about that handheld.
The best part of the handheld was the browned or the pre-browned smoker sticks. So cool. Retro. It's like being at grandma's house in 1986. You know?
Sitting on the plastic cover couches.
Yeah, the plastic covered couches. That's right. You want the cat sitting on there, and she hands you a well, not a cigarette, hopefully, but hands you some candy or something, and you're just having a good Saturday playing Mario or whatever. So
I can't deal with you sometimes, Stubbs.
you bring the best out of me,
Yeah.
or the worst. This game was so
That's
much fun, by the way. Freaking so much fun. I haven't really gotten into this before, but I ended up sitting here like playing it for, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours. Something like that. And it's one that runs really well. It's a little older, of course, but... Oh, I'm getting killed here. But this is one that you can put on, native rendering. I force enable that. That's going to be lower latency, apparently, like better. And this is when I'm running at 120 FPS, HDR on, super resolution. We're not quite hitting 120 in actuality, but it'd be cool if we could. That'd be nice. So you're going to get better frame rates if you turn some of that fancy stuff off. So this is one where I would probably lock at 40 FPS. It seems to hit 40 no problem.
Yeah, it's dropped a couple times, but not very often.
Yeah. What am I doing here? I got to actually play the game. No! Let's look at this screen. Silksong is the game that really is the screen tester. You're looking at those tropic jungle scenes. You're like, oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that game is beautiful on every device.
So people asking in chat, this is GameHub. This is running native on the device. This is a tough game. I actually like to focus. Oh, yeah.
I never played this one. Played this one either.
Okay, let's quit.
Oh, that's some loud speakers.
Oh yeah, we'll take a look at the speakers. Hades 2 is another good one.
Which just came out on Switch 2 today.
Let's look at Ori. Oh, it did? Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Hades
finally.
Hades is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, another thing. My other gripe with this, something I don't like, is if you're going to be playing D-pad-centric games, for me, I got some crampiness happening here. It started about an hour into gaming where I'm like, I wish this D-pad was up top right now, Joystick all day long, never have run into, I played for probably 3 or 4 hours before I'm like, okay, I'm going to put the device down. So joystick gaming, super duper comfortable with the bumps here and the weight and just where they placed everything. D-pad centric, I'm probably going to reach for something else. I'm probably going to reach for pretty much any other device that has a D-pad up top that can do similar type of gaming. So what does that leave us with? That's going to leave us with less performant devices, but the experience for D-pad stuff is going to be better. So the Retroid Pocket 5 and the RG476H from Anbernic, both great as well for many things. Compatibility, no issue. Hey, look, there's a new update. RP5 is freaking awesome, but this as well, though. Like, this is a new one that's really surprising me. I've been playing on it a lot more than I expected. This is probably Anbernic's best Android, their best Android 4x3 handheld to date. And in my opinion, I know, Andrew, you feel like the 477M is where it's at, which it's more performant, but a little heavier, and it's, I don't know. I'm not drawn towards it as much.
What holds me back more than the weight, because I like the way, I think it's a good balance. Like, it feels good in the hands. My biggest problem is the triggers. I really do wish they went stacked instead of inline.
Yeah.
Like they did with the 6H there. Like that
this
would be
this is another comfy one, man, where it's like, and you can do
GameHub
on here. Have you seen GameHub on here? Have you seen GameHub on here?
I've never seen GameHub before. What is this?
Well, it's not going to work because, as we learned, Steam's running on here, so it's just not going to work. But freaking, we got Silksong working on this. These are other games, by the way, that all run really well. The Messenger, UFO 50, Sea of Stars, whatever game that is. Eastward, Blasphemous, like all those, very enjoyable.
It's such a pretty game.
Yeah, right? And then when you pop HDR on, game over, man. Game over. Ooh. Super resolution. 5's a little too sharp for me, but I like 4. Freaking frame limit, bump that up to 120. Now what are we working with? Okay, the game's capped at 30. Fair enough. Force enable this native rendering. This native rendering plus is another game changer where it's going to give you another boost. It's not always super compatible with everything, but you're going to notice that's enabled when you have this little DXVK plus in the bottom left. That'll tell you that's turned on. But yeah, another game. Well, this one we actually overdid it now. We're dropping frames, so let's go ahead and say, well, let's put that just back to 60. We got a little too excited. Are we good now? Nope. Super resolution off. Can we at least do HDR? Come on. Sometimes we need to disable this. Let's see if that helps. No. Force enable. HDR is fine. Okay. It'll sort its life out. Oh, I know, everybody. I'm sorry. Ever since we were streaming, we've been on the streaming profile. How dumb of me. Okay. The gaming profile. Already we're hitting past 30. We need to redo those other games to be fair to the device. Now we're on max, so now we're putting out the max performance. I love that they have that as a button right there. Not a huge difference. We did jump almost 10 frames. So big enough of a difference.
I'd say that's a pretty solid difference.
Pretty good difference. So did we see any lacking performance in the prior games? Can't remember now. But let's redo it if we did.
I think the only one you said something you made a comment about was the last one that we played.
What was that? What did we just do? What day is it?
I can't remember.
Wait, let's look at I just wanted to show you the colors of the screen, basically.
Yeah, it looks so good. It really, for an LCD panel, looks so good.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it too. Ori and the Wisps here. I can't believe we've been playing on the streaming power profile.
Metal Gear Rising.
Okay.
Thanks,
Yeah, I was like,
chat.
I thought that was a lot faster than we were doing it on. Okay.
Yeah, Metal Gear Rising and Metro were the last two that
And
we played
Metro.
on the. Yeah.
All right. I hate to retread ground. That's another annoyance on GameHub. It has you re-log in all the time. Why? Let's do Hades 2.
It's because you signed in on the 476H.
Yeah. Oh, that's what. Oh.
Yeah, when you sign in and out on other devices,
Oh,
it signs
that's
you out
why.
with the last one you're playing.
Oh, thank you. See? I'm really glad I have you here. Oh, I guess I didn't have Hades installed. Well, that's janky as hell. I did install it. I was playing it.
Jeffrey Whitehead asks, will this fit in your Jenko jeans pocket?
Yeah, we put it in my Jenko jeans pocket on Monday.
Yeah, along with too many other things.
I like playing Mega Man. Mega Man's fun.
I can't believe you got that much stuff into your pockets.
Yeah, I can fit a lot in my pockets. After the episode, my son was like, "Why are you wearing those pants?" I'm like, "Oh, because this," and they're like, stopped listening halfway through the sentence, I think. But no one in my family really knows what I do in here. But he was like, "Oh, I can fit this pool noodle." He took a pool noodle and he put it in one side of my Jenko jeans pants, and then the other side of the noodle in the other. So I have this like giant archway pool noodle happening in front of me, and he starts running into me as fast as he can because it's a buffer now from my groin, and he just comes running at me, and that was a fun game for him. He's 3, so we had a fun time. And then today he's like, "Dad, can you put on the?"
Not that point.
Yeah, right. He's like, "Dad, can you put on the big pants again?" I was like, no.
That's fantastic.
He's like, "Go put those big pants on. What else can happen with those?"
I actually don't think I ever owned a pair of Jenkos.
You're missing out. I never. This is my first pair of Jenko pants too, and they're not real ones. They're clone knockoffs from Amazon for like $25.
Yeah.
But they're pretty close. They're pretty comfortable. I was telling my wife, I was like, "These are really comfortable." She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "I used to wear those in 2001." She's like, "Why do you have those?" I'm like, "Oh, this reason." She's like, "What?" Don't worry about it. Because there was a joke made one time in the comments section on the Z Flow on one video, and I just had to go buy them and get some rollerblades and roll around the block. My Super Nintendo in my pants.
Did you really
buy
rollerblades too?
It's for the channel, like you're saying, yeah. All right, what are we looking at for Mega Man?
51,
all right, 50.
50
Good. We're looking at about 60. Let's force enable this native rendering plus HDR, super res it. Oh, and if you want, you could even do a CRT effect, but I don't do that.
Matt Davis says, Stubbs is wearing women's pants from 20 years ago. This is my complete lack of surprise.
Anyways, that runs fine.
That's fantastic. Matt, I need to know where you come up with this stuff.
I don't know, man. Like I said, so my whole shtick, the whole Stubbs thing, in the rest of my life, I don't do this as much. But when I'm doing this stream and stuff on the channel with you guys, I just let the intrusive thoughts win the whole time. There's not a thought that I withhold, rarely. And that's the answer. That's how it goes. When I'm not doing them, like at my day job or parenting or other things, I'm a little more reserved. But on this channel, we just let the intrusive thoughts win. That's how we roll over here.
Moomin asks, can you remap the buttons with the IS-based software?
The IS-based. Okay, so let's talk about that. So yeah, you hit this K button, you get this thing here. You can go to the controller section. You can change various things, including key mapping if you want to configure that. Yeah, so you can do some stuff here. So ABXY layout you can switch around. Looks like you can do you can do turbo mode. You can do some customizations. If you want to go to device settings, you can get more in the weeds. I think there's an update. There's an update. Sweet.
We've been going for about an hour, and Stubbs is currently at 66%. We started, what, 75, 78?
75, yeah, 75. Controller mode, custom keys. There you go, man. Yeah, no. Custom key. So, yeah, it looks like you can go ahead and customize various things. There you go. Neat. Neat. But yeah, you're right though. I am MSI Claw level stoked. Not the device is great, and the excitement comes from partially the device, but also just the technology breakthrough that these developers with this Winlater stuff have done is blowing my mind across multiple devices. So I want to do some more testing, maybe a dedicated video on that topic where we really dive into just across different devices, kind of compare. I want to let the app kind of cook a little bit more because it's not totally reliable to be on a live stream, maybe even. But this is another great game, by the way. Deep Rock Galactic Survivors. It's a little bit bright. Let's pull that down. I love these Survivor clones here. Halls of Torment's probably my favorite, but I beat that one now, so I'm always looking for other ones, and this one definitely scratches that itch. Still too bright. Still too bright.
I have not beat that. I need to revisit that. It's been a while.
Oh, you can probably beat it in a few days if you really want. It's not one that going to challenge.
You underestimate my gaming skills. It took me 4 days to beat Yoshi for game of the week.
You're just walking around. You're not pushing any buttons. You're just the only button this game takes games like this. One button. One.
Yeah.
You're just walking
Yoshi
around.
is just moving columns of blocks around.
I know, but this you're just walking around. Your guy's doing all the work.
That's fair.
You just keep walking around. Sometimes you die, and then you stop walking around, so then you start again. You keep walking around.
Is that what happens when you die? You stop walking around?
Yeah, when you die in the game or in RL, you stop walking around.
Or do you?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know. We don't know. However, quantum science or quantum physics dictates that energy cannot be created nor destroyed, Andrew. So we don't know. It only changes form.
I just work here.
Whether you move that energy into a KONKR Pocket Fit and you live inside of the handheld tortured because you wish the person who bought it didn't just put you on a shelf, for weeks, months, years, and you're just...
You hear that, band?
What if there were little souls in these handhelds that'll just like, please play me, and it used to be Nancy, from work or something? Like, that sucks. So go play your handhelds.
I need to unlock your achievements because I can't even get to that level at the moment.
Dude, it's crazy. Or maybe it's all a simulation, but this is not the time or place. I don't know if we're the right people to tell people about that, but let's look at Switch gaming.
Topic. Chris of Honor has a quick question. How's fan noise? Is it more like a whoosh or a high-pitched whine?
Yeah, so it's whooshy. It's real whooshy. So let's listen to the whoosh. It's not a whine, it's a whoosh.
Real whooshy.
This is on max, by the way. This is the very loudest it gets. You hear the whoosh? Now we're going to go a little calmer. Okay, it's the eco mode. Now we're in balanced. Okay, now we're going to jump on up to the streaming profile. And now we're moving up to the gaming profile. And back to max. Don't ask me why I memorized the order of those.
Yeah, that was impressive. I didn't realize what you were doing at first until it was too. I don't know what just happened.
That's why the button's awesome. You just start to memorize because I keep accidentally pressing it, and you're like, okay, I got to loop back around till I get to the gaming one.
Oh, yeah, fair.
And so there's streaming, gaming, and now you can push this KONKR button and just quickly jump. Where was it? Performance. Yeah, you can just choose it right here. But there's the order as well. Eco, it goes eco, balance, streaming, gaming, and then max. Gaming's the sweet spot if you're doing high-end emulation or GameHub stuff. I only do max if I really need the extra frames because the fan gets super loud. But most of the time, lower-end stuff, idling around, doing stuff, just balanced is fine. That's the default. Totally good. But we're going to do some Switch, so let's go ahead and keep it in gaming mode. And let's do, I don't know. What should we do here? Tony Hawk. Because it's the cartridge I have. That's right, Nintendo. Come at me, bros. They totally will, too. They totally just will. These are the games we can play. They'll come at us so hard if they ever noticed we existed.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
But that doesn't mean you should. You shouldn't try.
We shouldn't ask them. Well, we shouldn't. I don't worry about it, but it's.
Hi, Pun.
Oh, Pun makes these hype sticks. These are 2 different sizes, by the way. I believe, right? Yeah, these are different, little different. There's the low profile ones too, which are nice. That's these ones. Look at this.
I haven't used those. I have the set from Pun, but I haven't used those ones yet.
Another guy I know makes these things called Stubs Nubs, and these are also on Etsy. Now these are just caps, for joysticks, or ones you put onto caps. But that's painful. And if you like a little bit of pain in your gain, Stubs Nubs.
I got
hype sticks.
The hype sticks.
Pain in your game? Yes. Pain, pleasure. I think it was Tom Cruise in Vanilla Sky that said something like, you got to have a little sour so that you know the sweet's so sweet. No, it was Jason. What's that guy's name? The guy from Mallrats. What's his name?
I don't know. I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm on to something here. Hold on. What was that guy's name?
Uh-oh.
Anyways, that's the actor in the movie that was saying that quote.
Sony coming in clutch. Jason Mewes?
Jason Mewes, yeah. No, not Jason Mewes. No. It's My Name is Earl. That's the other show he was on.
Oh, that guy. What is his name? Earl. Just call him Earl.
I can't remember.
Just call him Earl. Jason Lee, Matt Davis.
Jason Lee.
Yeah.
The sweet doesn't taste so sweet, unless you have some sour.
I still don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Contrast.
Yeah, I got it. Perfect. Nailed it.
Stubs Nubs. Anyways, Switch has not been an issue on this. If you want to see more Switch emulation, check out our live stream for the Pocket. What was it? The ayaneo Pocket S2 Pro. Same chip as this. We focused on Switch emulation, if I recall. I don't want to waste all your time with a bunch of redoing the same stuff. But yeah, Switch has not been an issue on this. Pretty much anything I've thrown at it has been good. I'm running turnip drivers. I believe we're running
Fall asleep on us?
25.3.0R5. I
That's not
don't
even the
know.
latest one.
I don't know what to use for this. I Googled, what's the best. I looked at AI, Reddit. What's the best turnip driver for this
So
particular chipset? And there's not a lot out there yet for the G3 Gen 3. And so I kind of just swung for that one. And it seemed to be the best of what I had. So there could be even better.
There's an app that's going to be that's available on I believe it's available on the Play Store now. It's called Emulate, and it helps you with pre-configuring
Like that.
and launching right into your emulators.
Did I forget to turn on my... Oh, sorry, Sony. Yeah, I forgot to turn on my mic again after the fan. You want to do a speaker test too? Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Let's do one more Switch game. What do you guys want? Like I said, we'll pick something from here. You pick. You break, you buy.
Anybody in chat?
Yoshi's Crafted World. Oh, Dragon Quest. Oh, actually, I don't know if I have the ROM for that though right now. Shoot. Okay. Yoshi's Crafted World. Never mind. I pick. Dragon Quest 3 is a good call. Zelda as well. Sure. We'll try one more. I like mellow mode. So we're hitting 30 FPS. I've had really good results with this particular turnip driver. I really hesitate to change it. I really do.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking. I think a new version dropped earlier today or last night.
Oh, okay,
cool. That's all I was mentioning of the turnip drivers.
You know what game I was playing? My son and I were playing Crash Bandicoot 4 on here for Switch, and that was a good experience. And Mega Man 11. Those are both awesome. And there is some visible fingerprinting happening now that I'm noticing on the front glass, just as we're heating up here, and my nervous hands are creating
What are you nervous
smudges.
for? You're doing great.
Well, thanks, man. I'm always nervous on these things. Isn't that weird? Like I do this all the time.
Yes.
I still am a little nervous. Well, it's I was always freaked out by public speaking growing up, and I still am. But the internet's a little easier because you don't see the people you're talking to as much. But you're still like, you want to do a good job, and so I'm always a little like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? A little less so these days. I just relax into it more, but it's when I'm having to play a game where I'm like, I gotta focus on being good at the game and talking. Come on. This is crazy. 86 degrees there, 30 degrees Celsius, 30 for those drivers. And we're getting a little bit of stutteriness here. Yeah. The sound doesn't sound good. Maybe I jinxed it. Do I have Dragon Quest? Dragon Quest? No. Somebody said Sonic.
Yeah.
Sonic Superstars?
I don't know. I'm not versed in my my Sonic lore.
I have Sonic Superstars. See, Nintendo? I bought your game. So calm down.
Sound does not sound great there.
Yeah, maybe I did pick a bad turnip driver in the end. It doesn't sound
maybe it's
great.
a performance. Maybe it plays well, but it doesn't. There's sound issues.
By the way, too, I should say this is not running well. Look at that. We found a game that just runs like crap. We'll have to pick another driver. I'm running that new rebuilt version of Citron, the latest one.
Oh yeah.
So I think
0.07 or something.
Yep. So great. Now we can play around with turnips. That game sucks on here. Would you believe that? Doesn't even want to shut down.
You done did it.
You never want every single game to work great.
No, where's the fun in that?
Yeah. Let's play some Crash Bandicoot. I bought this game somewhere else for another system. That's fine. Okay, so, well, yeah. Let's try the sound on this one. Meh. It's just a Sonic game. If Ban were here, he would be livid. He would rip his shirt off. He would go through the internet wires, and he would go to your mom's house.
What, my mom? You can go to his own mom's house.
I don't know. I don't know. Because never mind.
Yep.
I held in the intrusive thought that time, Andrew. Are you proud of me?
No, because I'm worried about what you were going to try and tell me. If
well, he's going to fill her full of beans.
No. Stop. Okay, I regret everything.
You wanted the thought. You asked for the thought.
I
wanted
regret
the thought.
everything. I regret it.
I wasn't going to say it. That's why I held it back. I said it's over the line. I don't even know if your mom likes beans. Rob, stop touching your nipples. I'm playing Crash Bandicoot.
Rob, he can't. Okay, he can't. He needs the handhelds with the biggest badonks.
I'm getting worse progressively as every game we play today. That's the problem.
I mean, to be fair,
hold on. I have another excuse. I'm playing off the monitor, so there's a little bit of latency. I'm not looking at the handheld. I'm playing off the monitor in StreamYard.
That makes sense.
So there probably is a little. We'll blame it on that. Sounds like a better excuse than I'm just bad. Okay. Oh yeah.
Your story and you're sticking to it.
Yes. Okay, so let's listen to these speakers. Producer Sony said he's going to kill me. Okay. No, he didn't say that. He's a very nice gentleman. I see him in the back room with his hands strangling motion. Okay. What's a good test for speakers? What's your favorite song? Bands, Beans. Almost as good. Alien Chaos 3D for 3DS.
No, why? I have to go to the bathroom. Is this the one that is this?
Oh shit, here it comes. That's two.
That's two.
All right.
Are you doing okay? That was pretty intense.
I'm good. I'm in fine health, Andrew.
That's reassuring. Damn it! This has to be the dumbest noise in the game ever. Oh my goodness.
Hell yeah! Let's go! I did really good. Real good. Real good. It's my favorite video game for 3DS. Alien Chaos 3D. Do you know it's the most expensive game, one of the most expensive games to buy for the 3DS physically?
I have no
Like
idea.
it's like $140 to buy that game. Just the cartridge.
No, what is it?
It was a dollar bin store game, basically. It's super rare. Crazy, right?
Wait, that game was one of the most expensive ones?
Oh, yeah, now, just because of the rarity. So here's Vita 3K, not the ZX version, because that's problematic on many of these chipsets I've been using lately. I don't know why ZX is so finicky like that. ZX was my goat. Now it's my pony. I ride it around sometimes, but I don't want to break it.
I'm too tired.
I'm just trying to keep you awake.
I know, I appreciate it.
Gravity Rush, one of my favorite Vita games, by the way, as well. I love how the gyroscope, here's a gyroscope test, by the way, and the vibration works pretty well. It feels good. I kind of like the vibration haptics a little better in the Pocket S2 Pro, though. That's one thing that I enjoy better on there. And I have some other comments about just build quality in general about this. I'm going to hit up as we get out of here. But tap the apple. Tap it. Come on. Okay.
No, you didn't need to. You did not need to do that.
Well, okay. Oh, we have 4-starred questions. All right. Steam Deck. Someone in the RH Media Team channel is requesting KONKR's Bad Fur Day. I don't have Xbox installed. I don't have Xbox stuff going on here. But we could do... I think I have N64 core on here. We'll see. Well, that'll be our BFI test. I like it. Synergy. Never badmouth it.
Unless you're Zoo.
Unless you're Zoo.
He's a big old meaty head.
KONKR. Kooker's Bad Herder. Moopin'. You know, earlier in our podcast private chat, I was like, we're going to do an hour stream today. We never can get to that on these streams. Not when it's an Android device.
Yeah.
There's always more to talk about. KONKR's Bad Fur Day is Game of the Month. Check out Game of the Month in our Discord server. Discord.gg.
It was Game of the Month.
/ retro handhelds. Oh, it's last month's Game of the Month? Dang it.
I believe so.
I thought it was this month. No, you're right.
I usually am, but I might be wrong.
I'm the wrong person to ask. I can barely keep up with our own Game of the Month because I'm always handheld testing. Oh, we need to look at FPS. Look, N64 runs at 60 FPS. Can you believe that shit? That's 3. Wow, we did 3 today.
Stubbs.
Oh.
I don't even know
Does
who
this
you are
have
anymore.
video out in Bluetooth? Nope. Doesn't quite
Please don't
fit.
break it. You already dropped it once.
Retroid dual screen. It works. Oh.
Oh, wow.
And it works and it's not sideways. Now,
What?
Why is it slowed down? Why is that happening? Have Retroid people seen this before? That's not... Okay, I'm not crazy, right? Yeah.
No, you're not crazy. You hear from the sound.
Yeah, it's fine now. We
Hear
plug
it
in the
from
screen.
sound. Man.
Oh, and by the way, I tested both wired headphones and also, oh god, that sounds horrible. Well,
Yeah,
it
sounds real
works,
bad.
kind of. I don't know if it's the Retroid screen. You know what? Let's pull it another screen. KYY.
Oh no.
Let's see if it's the Retroid screen or the device. Oh, it's the device.
Wait for it to load first.
Wait, you're right.
It's
You're
not
right.
loaded on the other screen
You're
yet.
right. Let's wait.
Does KYY have speakers or no?
I don't think so. No. No, it has speaker holes. No, it should. It should. Let's see. We have speaker. Yeah, it has speakers. But it's just quiet.
You have
It's
video
just quiet.
pass-through, but no audio. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the audio is coming through, but it's super. It's just like it was on the other screen a minute ago. It's just laggy, awful sounding. Maybe because I didn't have it plugged in before starting the emulator. Oh, well, you know what? That's worth a shot. We don't want to just leave that one sitting there. Let's try it. Okay. Oh, you know what? Should we try another game just to test to see if it's that?
I mean, you can try. Yeah.
Okay.
No. I know what you're doing. Nope. You need to go back
What?
to KONKR. Nope. I see what you're doing. Nope.
I'm not doing anything.
Oh, Stubbs.
We got. I listen. I'm lacking eggs, and I need to collect some eggs.
You don't need.
This game gives me my eggs.
No, it doesn't. The
Also,
spiders
still
in your
having the
corner give you
issue.
the eggs.
Oh, I know why it's all freaking out. It's the BFI. It's the BFI, man. It's the black frame insertion. Look, because it's all flickery and crazy. Oh, you're not seeing it on the camera because the camera's, what do you call it? The, what?
I don't know. Let's see a Vienna sausage in the camera right now.
So it's flickering my eyeballs. I just see it crazy flickering.
Okay,
and this is a 60 hertz.
A little bit.
This is a 60 hertz panel, and I'm trying to. Yeah.
See, I don't know anything about that.
Oh, that's why that's what was happening in here too. I bet. Okay, hold on. We're cooking here. We're cooking. We got this. Let's unplug this. Oh, after we collect our eggs, hold on. Whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. 5. Nope. 6. Game Boy Color runs at a smooth 60. Just want to say that. Okay.
I mean, I would hope so.
Smooth. Gambit. Not even the same boy. Gambit. Smooth. Okay, anyways. I'll stop being freaking ridiculous now. Yes, sorry about that. Okay. Let's go to video sync. So let's turn off the BFI. And let's try that again. So. Any other game requests in the lower end category here? Let's see what else we have. But does it have video out? So I was going to say, yeah, Christopher. So video out, yes. And Bluetooth, yes. So I was trying some JLab Rewind 2, specifically Bluetooth headset And it sounded great, sounded good. And I also plugged in headphones, and it sounds good there because it does have that 3.5 out below. So yeah, definitely no issues with Bluetooth. Oh, I missed one of the questions. There was another question there I missed, Sony. And Matt Davis, so many questions. Will conquer the competition? I mean, I think so. We're talking about that in the wrap up here, but fit in my pocket, yes. Hyped, yeah. Play Microsoft Flight Simulator X that I bought on Monday for $3 from Steam. Now, I don't have that one loaded on GameHub, but maybe, potentially. I don't know. I'm not sure about that right now, to be honest with you. Okay. What we do want to know, though, is
will it blend?
Yeah, will it blend? Is it Hadoukenable?
Oh no. That's all you. That's all you and Russ, because I am trash when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm trash at most things, but especially fighting games.
Don't badmouth my Andrew.
Too late. Nailed it.
Serious question from New Color. You just dropped 350 on a Thor, but if I drop 350 on this instead, what more could I honestly do gaming-wise? If you backed the Thor, don't spend $300 on this. This is not a novel thing here, okay? There's a lot of high-powered Android devices that are fantastic. You bought one that is dual screen. This can't compete with that as far as functionality goes, man. Like, yeah, you could. Yeah,
I might be misreading it, but it sounds more like New Color's asking, would you get the Thor or would you get this?
I don't know if the Thor's good yet, but the novelty of the Thor makes me want to get that. Although I really like this, so I don't want to lose this either. So I guess get both, but don't. That's silly. So I don't know. Wait for reviews, I would say. You can always, if you back the 8 Elite, for instance, you'll still have time probably to cancel and get a refund in your order before it ships. Where the Thor is going to be out, and there's going to be a gap of time where the Thor is out, and you'll see at least reviews from like Russ and us and things and people, stuff and things, and you can decide. If you back the G3 Gen 3, very possible that you won't be able to refund in time. That's my advice. My advice is, it's awesome, but yeah, the Thor is potentially amazing. So, potentially. But they're different. They're two different use cases, I feel like. For one thing, 3DS, or do you want, one screen up top? By the way, the D-pad's nice, and I'm just not doing super great. Yeah. Oh, right. I'm so sidetracked. Okay, right. Let's see if we fix the issue. ADHD. Okay.
Yeah, I completely forgot that that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, yeah, so it was the BFI, everybody. That was the black frame insertion that was causing the issue. Oh, and there's a look at an LCD panel versus this LCD panel. Look at that. Look at that.
I see a little bit of little stuttering.
Look at that. Well, let's try it with the Retroid again. How about that? That's the other thing, is that you could get something like this Retroid with their adapter clip. So they have this adapter clip that'll make it work with other devices like this. So it'll actually fit and clip on. But if this works, let's see. I like that it's not turned sideways, which we're seeing with some of these devices. Oh, and there we go. Now it's working normally. Oh, and you get an OLED. So here's a little OLED screen. So you can make yourself a dual screen if you wanted. But it's not going to be beating something that's purpose-built to be a dual screen from the get-go. And it's built right into the device like that. Like, that's going to win. I'm not even going to try to pretend like this is going to be better than that. So, no. Oh, man, this little... So this is the screen from the RP5. This is crisp. But yeah, no issues, no slowdown there now. Now we're looking good. Nice. Might look something like this on this handheld. Close it. This doesn't fit, of course, but let's see if the other clip, I don't have it constructed or anything, but let's see if it at least fits. So yeah, that'll fit. It's a little bit, let's see, can we get it dialed in just perfect? Right like there. So there's gonna be a little gap, which is good because you want some air ventilation. I don't want to cover the vent. So there's a little gap, but yeah, that fits. So you could take this, put it onto this clip, and then Bob's your uncle. There you go. And it looks like that's going to work okay. Can you have both screens on at the same time? I feel like you could, with the amount of customization that ayaneo drops in these. What happened? I restarted it. Okay.
It might have been it might have been sitting on something.
I think so. Yeah, I think this was pushing the power button, but they give quite a few options in here as far as configuring your video out settings. So I bet you we could get that going. And why not try, right? Nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's go here. Yeah. Device. General. Custom. Screen settings.
It might not show up if it's not plugged in.
Yeah.
Like the settings might not show up if it's not plugged in.
You sure? You sure?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying it might not.
Maybe not.
It was just a guess.
I don't know.
You're the expert.
You're the expert.
No,
I'm the
here
noob.
for
I'm the casual guy. No.
Yeah,
I'm the clown. You're the expert. I'm
Well, you're not the clown, Stubbs. Listen, buddy.
I'm trying. I'm learning to be better.
You're very trying.
It's just okay. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. So I feel like they usually in here there's more settings. Like you can set, do you want to output at 4K and all this stuff? But it's very bare bones in here. So I don't know if there's an update coming or what, but
you do have an update pending.
Right, I do, but it's for the controller firmware, I think it said.
Okay.
Okay, let me go in here. Let me look at... We also could unlock the developer options, right? That would give us some things to mess around with. Let's look at regular settings. No. We got to get out of here. I don't want to hit 2 hours.
We're awfully close.
How does it compare to the Mingmi Air X? Well, okay. Dude, the Mingmi Air X is a banger for under $100. My good God, this thing feels good. Comfortable 11.5 millisecond decode time if you're going to be streaming with Artemis. However, you're probably not going to be doing much win later on this, although I haven't tested it at all yet, so I'm going to definitely try. And it's not going to be as performant. It's a Snapdragon 662, I think it was. But for under $100, it's the best Android handheld under $100 by far. Like, there's no competition to this, I feel like, as of right now, under $100 to buy one new. So, there is one that I haven't used it yet. It's called the Game MT like E5 Max or something. It's one of the Game MT handhelds. They have one that's pretty close.
Yeah, and then we got the Pocket Air Mini coming.
And then the Pocket Air Mini is coming. Yes,
it's not, or whatever.
Right. It's not here yet, and that one could potentially compete. So I think it's a great idea if I pick up that Game MT and then the Air Mini, and we maybe take a look at those three. I got to take a look. I'm not real stoked on the Game MT stuff because all of them use this D-pad, that now they've improved a little bit in recent ones, but the D-pad is just kind of an afterthought, it feels like, on those handhelds. And so there's just not one I'm drawn towards, really, you know? But I hear that it competes as far as performance goes with some of this $100 price point Android stuff. So it's worth taking a look at. But I really enjoy the Mingmi RX. And yeah, it's so lightweight. It's so good. This beats it completely, obviously. But this is also, we're looking at $300 USD for this config, the 12 gigabyte 256 model here of the G3 Gen 3. And yeah, they're just two different devices. Similar ergonomics. Look at that. Look, you know what? Look at that. Look at that. I never noticed that.
Spot on. I mean,
this is prior ayaneo, prior ayaneo employees who went and did this. But
do you still have the Pocket Air handy, like within arm's reach?
Yeah. Similar. This one's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's okay. So, but you can see that they've worked on it over the years.
They have, yeah. Yeah.
So
this is still nice, by the way. This is an OLED, Dimensity 1200 handheld, and it's still nice. It's horrible for game streaming. Realize that. I don't know that you're gonna have a great time in Winlater or GameHub. The screen's real nice, and for emulation, you're gonna be able to do some pretty solid stuff there. Switch, I don't know about. PS2, yeah, you're gonna have a trade-off there. But oh, look, this also gives you some. What do you call that again? The strobing, PWM flicker.
PWM, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get some of that here. I never noticed that before. Look at that. It's still fun. You can still buy this new, by the way. This is at Best Buy. You can buy this at Best Buy for like $450, which is too much money for what it is these days. But it's cool that you can do that.
That's more than what. It's more than
comfortable.
What
I like this.
The Pocket Fit.
Borrowing this from Team Retro, it's pretty cool. I'd look at something probably, for most people, I'd recommend just the Retroid Pocket 5. If you want a middle ground between this and this is such a great middle ground. And obviously, there's big performance differences between these three, but all things considered, price to performance value, Mingmi RX is right up there, and the Retroid Pocket 5. Like, all three of these, for their performance and price points, are tip-top value. So you can't go wrong. Just how much money do you have to spend? All three of these, freaking excellent. Then you add an AYN in the mix. And I'm sorry, I've had that Steam Deck question down there for a while. I got to go. I'll go get that before we get out of here. Just one moment. AYN, the Mini, I feel like, is definitely going to be in this conversation as well. This is a Mini LED screen. Beautiful screen. Beautiful screen. A little smaller screen here, but man, it's like a Vita, right? Like, it's pocketable, has a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Gen 2? Is it 8 Gen 2? Yeah.
Yeah, the Mini, they're all the two share the same chip.
8 Gen 2. Yeah, that's right. 8 Gen 2 in here. So this, again, at its price point, the performance you're getting, and if you want like an ordering of performance from worst to best, it's going to be Mingmi, it's going to be RP5, then Odin, and then this is going to be on the top of the pile with the KONKR, right, like that. And you can add in one more Dimensity chip in the mix. Let's throw in Anbernic into the mix with their RG557 handheld, and this is the Dimensity 8300. And Andrew, do we consider this better than the 8 Gen 2?
No.
Battery's dead. So it's going to be like
it's close. It's close, but it's not quite as good as the 8 Gen 2.
So Mingmi RX, then RP5, and then 557 Mini KONKR. It has conquered the competition, conquered the pile there. And if you want the most comfortable Android handheld with one of the nicest screens ever, I'm going to give that award still. A little less performance, but I'm going to give it to the ayaneo Pocket Evo. This thing is fantastic. Only not dox myself here. And I know my own pin. Don't tell me wrong pin. Come on now. Yeah, this thing still so good, so good. I would say the Portal beats this, by the way. All day long, the Portal beats this for me. For compatibility, across many different factors. And yet, I still keep coming back to this one. I don't know why. I just don't know why. This is going to be more compatible. You can run freaking Linux on here and the RP5 if you want to do like rock nicks. But the buttons are loud. You can fix that with what Obi plays mod. But just not as comfortable, not as ergonomic. And you can add on a grip to this, but it's still... I don't know. I'm so conflicted about I love the Portal. It's awesome, right? But I always have to play it with the grip. That's my only thing. Another HN2, the original Odin 2, freaking awesome. And if you want to do 4x3 gaming, my current winner right now is the either the Retroid Mini, which is almost a 4x3. Don't get me into that right now. And or really this is really the one I'm enjoying for 4x3 content right now, the RG476H. Absolutely recommend. And yes, I will get my Steam Deck now. So hold on, everybody. Andrew, do you want to talk about anything? Show them the purchase page. So if you want to get one of these, you're interested, it is available on Indiegogo right now. Look at the perks if you're into that. There's various options. You can still get the super early bird stuff. There's still slots left to get that. And usually for those slots, they're going to be giving you bonuses, like bags or screen protectors, stuff like that. Even though they said only the first week or two they're going to do that, they usually just include it anyways. It seems to be if you're getting some of these early bird stuff. So if there's spots available, great. And there's plenty of spots available. So take your pick. Look at that freaking purple one. I need that. I don't know why.
Stop, go get your Steam Deck.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would still go with the dragon cheese color if I were to pre-order one myself. Or order one myself. Because it just looks different. But that purple one does look really cool. Especially with like the yellow tint everywhere. Yeah. It's just
Here's my freaking Steam Deck. Now, there's a sale right now where you can get a Steam Deck, the LCD model, 256 model, for like $320 or something like that. The promotion runs through like October 4th, 5th, 6th, maybe.
That is,
and such a good deal. Steam Deck, if you don't own a Steam Deck, this is probably the only handheld you need, honestly. You can do so much with it. You can even install Windows on it if you really want. And
don't recommend doing that.
I don't recommend doing it either, but you could. And it's going to be, I think you're going to get the most functionality. That kicked me out of Steam. Can't believe that. You're going to get the most functionality every time I boot this up. Any of my Windows stuff or x86, there's always something I got to mess with. That's the annoying part about this stuff. But it's just comfortable. It works well.
It's because you signed into Steam on the other devices.
Well, right, but why does that mean it needs to kick me out of other things I've already authenticated?
You can't play on 2 devices.
But I'm not gonna. That's
they don't know that.
Thing, okay, that's a Steam thing. Okay. Anyways, back to my point with this. Yeah. It's just awesome, man. It's just awesome for the price point. It does so much. You just boot it up. Most of the time, you just turn it on and play. Not now, right? So I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to QR code this shit. That's 4. And I'm just not. So maybe Android is the answer, and maybe the Pocket Fit is the answer, or maybe the Odin 3 is the answer. That's another option right now. The Odin 3 looks amazing. Okay, probably the Odin 3 beats this one that comes out in some regard. I don't know yet, though. I can't say for sure at the moment. Right now, this has got to be one of my most fun devices that I have played on in a while, but it is not perfect. And let's get into that now. Love the screen, one of the best LCD screens I have ever come across. The joysticks, too small, but once you put on third party, great. When you're looking at the shoulder buttons, they're nice and quiet. I like that. You have these trigger locks if you want to do that. I kind of swap back and forth on that. These M1, M2 buttons, they're crunchy sounding. These are not good. I don't know if it's a prototype thing, but these are not good sounding. I don't use them. I just ignore them. They don't feel good. I don't think their placement's fine, but they're just crunchy and strange sounding. There's a little bit of screen flex on this. So if you push down while you're holding the back anyways, you're going to get a little bit of flex there. And just in general, just seems like, or it feels like just a slight quality drop from the Pocket S2 Pro in build quality. And again, pre-production model. I don't have a retail yet. I don't know. But this one I've been sent by the company, just a little bit, not as solid feeling. Like it's a little bit, it feels just a little lower quality overall as far as like its build quality goes. Not enough to bother me, but if you are needing like a perfect built device like Ayaneo's Pocket Evo, freaking engineering perfection, my god, or the AYN stuff, or honestly the Mingmi Air X too, like wow. Ambernick can be hit or miss sometimes, but man, they did good on this one, so good. So it just feels like just a slight step below their premium line stuff, and maybe that's why they're calling it KONKR. Maybe that's why they're saying they can save a little money, a little less build quality, but they're giving you the best performant chips for a little less money. Maybe that's why. There's some components in this that just feels, yeah, it's just not as solid feeling. But it's lightweight, and I've been really happy with it. So that's kind of my takeaway so far. D-pad gaming, like I was saying, not my favorite on here either. For long play sessions, joystick feels really good. The buttons feel really good. The buttons are not particularly loud, but maybe loud enough if you're playing in bed and you're really button mashing on them where it's going to be annoying. And so maybe a mod like what Obi plays, we're going to look at that Monday. We have an article up on retrohandhelds.gg if you want to take a look. Fingerprint reader, that's a nice little touch. They've added that here too. Volume is a little bit awkward to reach, like when I'm volume up and down, it's kind of a reach there, but that's fine. We also have two function buttons here, left control, right control. I think it stood for LCRC. You can map those. KONKR button, all reflective glass front, which generally is fingerprint not proof, but a little bit resistant at least. Although we picked some up today. The coating, this black coating, pretty nice matte feeling. Apparently in the final build retail, they're going to be having this be more of a grit feeling on the shell, which I always prefer. A little bit of grit just makes it less slippery, less prone to maybe falling into a pile of spiders to the left of your desk, which I maybe happened during the stream. I don't know. Front-firing speakers is awesome to see. The speaker experience on this is a solid, 7 or 8 out of 10 for me. Not as good as something like the MSI Claw, mind you. Not as good as, I'm trying to think of an Android comparison. What's another great Android handheld? I mean, I like the Flip 2 speakers, but I think I'm alone in that. So maybe the Portal? The Portal is another one that has front-firing speakers that sounds great. So I think it's on par with the Portal. Love that. And yeah, man, Andrew, is this one? I know you don't have one yet, but is this one you're interested in picking up?
Yeah, I'm still considering picking one up. I haven't decided fully yet, but I also haven't pre-ordered my Odin 3 either. I'm waiting to see. I'm getting both the Pocket DS and Thor, so I'm waiting to see if I'm going to keep one or both, and then kind of go from there.
Oh, sorry. People joining who are like, what's up with the thumbsticks? Yeah, sorry. Visually, I know it doesn't look great. It looks more stylish. Somebody said something like, it really hurts the drip when you put those sticks on. With this handheld, I agree with you. It probably looks a little sleeker with this handheld to do just that, right? And then you turn this on so you have a little bit of an RGB hue around the sticks. That looks better. Yes, I agree. But functionality-wise, there was my last thing, QC on this button. Actually, that one's good. This one, boop. See? Don't love that. Don't love that. So they need to tighten these up. The right one's fine. This one's loose. Not the sticks. That's not the sticks. That is the caps. So usually they include a couple extra caps with their handhelds, maybe bigger sizes, hopefully. So that's more of an annoyance. You can do all sorts of third-party caps. But yeah, man, I really like this new budget, or whatever they call it, this KONKR branding. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. So let's see what they do next. Pick it up if you're interested. And yeah, last thing, do you want to, if you're going to get this, do you want the 8 Elite or the G3 Gen 3? There's been a lot of back and forth on our Discord community about that. And there's trade-offs. When you talk about the 8 Elite, you're looking at compatibility issues people keep bringing up. I've seen videos come up about that, and Rob, the Retro Tech Dad, would argue with you that really that's not as much of an issue as you might think. You're going to lose some compatibility with Switch games. True. Although beyond that, at least in Rob's opinion, with all of his testing, and he's like the guy for like 8 Elite testing on Android right now, he really hasn't come across much to be concerned about. And you're going to get better decode times if you're doing local streaming. You're going to be getting more performance, better efficiency out of the chipset, better battery life at the TDP that you're playing at, for a price increase that isn't too bad over the G3 Gen 3. But if you want this now, this will be shipping October 25th is when it starts shipping internationally, and the 8 Elite not until December. And so kind of pick what you want there. Save some money, get the thing faster, definitely more compatibility increases you're going to be getting with this G3 Gen 3, 8 Elite. It's up to you. If Switch emulation is your bread and butter and that's what you do most of the time, probably don't do the 8 Elite, because there are going to be probably many games that aren't going to be running well for you and have weird issues. I recommend the G3 Gen 3 if that's you, and you're going to get this. So just do your own research there as far as the two chipsets goes, and kind of see what's your thing. If you're going to get this, though, again, Andrew and I were talking about this, go for the 16 gig if you can, for that little bit of buffer room if you're going to be doing GameHub stuff and higher end stuff. You probably don't need the 1 terabyte, but it doesn't hurt either, and it's not that much more money, so you could do that. I'm happy though with my 12 gig 256 configuration here. I think that's probably the sweet spot for me, where I'm having a great time with GameHub still, and I'm able to do everything I want in Switch and everywhere else without any concessions. Yeah, it's less internal storage for GameHub, and I don't know how well or if it's even possible to run those Steam games off an SD card, because there is an SD card slot, so you can add in like 2 terabytes with that. You're probably going to want to have more internal storage if you're going to be doing GameHub stuff. So that's at least one other reason to look at the 1 terabyte model if that's your main thing. And the pricing is not crazy. Like Andrew backed me up on this one, I guess. What was your rationale for the 1 terabyte again?
What do you mean? It's cheap. Like 1 terabyte 24 gig is for $600 is the cheapest 8 Gen Elite device you're going to get. And you get faster storage than you get plenty of storage for one. It's faster than a micro SD card, and it comes in purple.
And people are saying
white or dragon cheese.
I got it. Dragon cheese looks great. I'm gonna get that, or I'm gonna switch to purple at this point. I don't want all the extra like graffiti stuff on the purple, but it's fine and it looks awesome. Stix here in chat. Do you really need a 144 hertz screen? No. 120 is I think the best option. I think the 120 is great. You're not going to be streaming at 144. I feel like rarely. You could, and I don't know how much more benefit you're going to get from that. The options there, but I think 120 is my preference if I had to pick. And Skulls paid $529 for Erta, guys.
What?
Retrospect says the purple looks nice. That's right. Dauntless, I hear you, but burn-in might not be an issue if you play in short bursts at lower brightness. Oh, for OLED burn-in stuff? On these handhelds, when are you going to leave your handheld screen on 24 hours a day? Remember Bob Wolf did that thing? He ran his Switch for like months or something. Like, how long does it take realistically to get burn-in these days on modern OLED panels? I don't know.
This isn't
I
like
don't worry
five
about it.
years ago. We don't have as much
worry.
to worry about it anymore.
There, that looks nice together, right? Yeah, 120 until you have a 20-inch plus screen. Sure, then maybe 144. Computer gaming, that's another thing entirely. 2 years, little to no burn-in. I've never had burn-in happen in my life, and I've had monitors. Like the monitor I use for production in here is a OLED monitor, and I've left it on for weeks, and never had that happen. I don't know. I know it does happen. All right, everybody. Well, we're going to get out of here. We're running a little long in the tooth, but we covered a lot of ground today. If you have more questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will get to as many as I can in the YouTube comment section. But thank you all so much for hanging out with us during this live stream. This has been a lot of fun. This is a handheld I've enjoyed. And this is another one that just showed up in the mail. I'm like, oh, all right, another handheld. Let's, go through the motions with the Android testing. And it takes a lot to sort of get me stoked on another Android handheld these days. And this is one that totally got me into it, man. Like I have been playing just in my free time for fun. And that's not something I do with every release. So if that tells you anything, that's where I'm at with it. And as far as where do we end up on the battery, by the way, at the end of the stream here? That's the last thing I wanted to know. And this is one that I don't think you're going to need a grip on. If you're thinking of building one or ordering some sort of grip, you're not going to need it. Or a screen protector. I mean, this is all one glass screen protector, basically. I'm not too worried about that either. We ended at 50% battery life. Fantastic. With what we were doing. Good. We started at 75%. We got to 50 by the end of this stream. Doing all kinds of stuff. Pretty good. It's not as good as the 8 Elite. I know that. So you are going to get a little bit better battery life there. So that's from what I've had happen so far. My 8 Elite, and I have in my S25 Ultra phone. That's my only reference point for that. Okay, so it's going to be tough this year. That's right, Stix. Year-end rewards is going to be super duper tough. Yeah, it's a lot to decide from this year. Well, everybody, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share to stay in the know for all of your favorite retro handhelds. And a special thanks again to our channel members, our patrons, and our subs who make everything here possible for us. Perks with RH start for as little as $3 per month. Join us in our Discord to chat, hang out, play some video games, and join us on our upcoming podcast this Monday, where we're going to be taking a look at what Obi plays and the button mod to make buttons more quiet across AYN, Retroid, ayaneo handhelds, as well as others. As well as, stay tuned for more coverage on all these things and more. We're going to be getting a AYN Thor in for review. We're going to be getting I ordered a Pocket DS, so whenever that shows up, we'll look at that as well from ayaneo. So many more Android handhelds to cover this fall. It is an exciting end of the year. And join Andrew and I, who are going to be... Where is Andrew? There you are. Join Andrew and I. We're going to be with Zoo and Rob the Retro Tech Dad in New York in October, looking at the Asus launch event for the Xbox Ally. So we'll take a look at that. That'll be fun. And yeah, stay tuned for the rest. This has been a good one and a long one. But until the next one, this is Stubbs on behalf of Andrew. And producer Sony saying, take care of those handhelds. And freaking take care of each other, too. My God. Just take care of each other. Be good to each other.
Do it.
Do it. We love you all. See you next time.